All right, I'm alive. I'm live. Ooh, welcome to Ravis. If anybody is tuning in here, just got done shopping the downtown show, and my buddy Justin and I we're out for a little one wheel. And I don't know if I made this. Oh, it looks like I am public. Hello, HQZ. Welcome in. Just cruising in Santa Cruz here. I wanted to try live streaming. I wasn't sure if it would actually work out. Here we are on the bike path at San Lorenzo. There's the San Lorenzo River. It looks like a nice day. It is a nice day. How's the feed? Is it actually working, or is it like all choppy and stuff? Right now we're riding from downtown Santa Cruz along the beach path. We're headed to the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. So in probably 5 minutes or so, we should make it to the boardwalk. Woo! Going under the bridge. Here's the beautiful San Lorenzo River. So yeah, I just figured I'd give this a try and see how it went. I hope everybody's having a great Sunday. I worked in Hayward for 6 months in 2017. Every weekend was spent in Santa Cruz. Nice, HQZ. Hey, Susan, pretty good. Okay, that's a good sign. I like that. So I'm just gonna keep cruising around. Give you guys a little view of what's going on here. There's the bike path. The boardwalk is getting into gear here. People are starting to roll in and start parking. The Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. It is a beautiful day. Very, very fortunate, feel very blessed. Hello, SMP. Over the river and through the woods. On one wheel adventures we go, right? That's it. On one wheel adventures we go. So I don't know if Tanya at My Jewelry Addiction is still live, but she was live when I left to go to the show. And she was also live while I was at the show. So if she's still live, you guys should go over there and check her out. See if she's still slinging some stuff. Oh, on the one wheels. Check out the San Lorenzo River right here. This train trestle right here is, you may recognize this area from the Lost Boys. Lost Boys, yeah. So this train trestle.
If you hang off that, you could be a vampire too.
Yeah, this train trestle was part of the movie. And there's actually a cave. There's a cave that was in the Lost Boys as well. And a lot of people don't know where that cave is, but we're just gonna go check that out. Here we go at the boardwalk. Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. So there's the train trestle. Hello, guys. And then across the river over here, you can look and see. Right over there, there's a little cave. And that is the cave.
Where you can be a vampire.
That's the vampire cave from the Lost Boys. Yeah. So here we are at the backside entrance.
Doesn't look like it's open.
Entrance number 6. Yeah, they may not be open yet, or they may just not have this access point open. So yeah, I'm down to ride.
Looks like the bridge is blocked by flowers.
Let's go ride to the lane.
Okay.
So we're gonna take you for a little trip through the boardwalk here, and then roll to Steamer Lane, and see if there's any surf happening today. Get it, Justin. Yeah. All right, they got I see the boardwalk. This entrance is open. They're getting the boardwalk rolling here. Oh, look at what we got coming. Train. All right, I'm gonna go take the path. Actually, no, I'm not. Hello, train. Roaring Camp Railroad train here, delivering people to the boardwalk. You. Oh, there we go, boardwalk. Sometimes we dive in there and ride through the boardwalk itself, but usually do that in the evenings when there aren't people around. It doesn't take too long for security to catch on to that one. There we go, people getting their tickets, getting ready to have their day here at the boardwalk. Neptune's Kingdom. Arcade, mini golf, pool, all kinds of fun stuff going on there. Air hockey. Into the casino. The casino arcade. This is the good arcade. This has a whole bunch of games and skeet ball. Bunch of really good action going on. It's getting kind of crazy. It is spring break here. Spring break. So yeah, things are pretty intense. Kind of normal here though. Santa Cruz in the summer. It's a very popular beach destination. Had some excitement here last year. The Santa Cruz Wharf out there. For those of you that didn't catch it, the end of the wharf fell off last year. Pete was out here when that happened, huh?
When
the wharf
fell off, yeah, I was eating lunch at the end of it.
Yeah.
Waitress brought his check and said, "Hey, you guys might want to pay your tab. The end of the wharf just washed away." So he did.
They paid their tab and got the heck out of there. Right on.
Yeah, you want to go out and check out the end of it?
Oh, I guess we could, huh?
Yeah.
You guys want to go out on the wharf and check that out?
Let's go check out.
What do we got here? We got 9 people hanging out. Dang, welcome in everybody. Thanks for hanging out with us. We're gonna just roll into the wharf here. We're gonna roll the wharf and check it out. So there we go. Doesn't look like there's a whole lot of surf today. Steamers isn't happening. Looks like it's a pretty high tide. So there we go. All these happy folks enjoying this beautiful day. It was foggy here about an hour ago, so
yeah.
Nice
to
see.
We went antiquing.
Before we hit the antique show, yeah. We were just talking about how here in Santa Cruz, it's good to be prepared for everything.
If you don't like the weather, just wait 10 minutes.
Right? Don't like the weather, just wait 10 minutes. If you come only with shorts, well, you're probably going to go buy a jacket and maybe a beanie somewhere. Because, yeah, the weather can change pretty quickly here. We can go from cold, foggy action to hot and sunny, back to cold and foggy fairly quick. So, well, we're going to roll out to the end of the wharf here and check that out. Check out all the shops here. Santa Cruz Wharf has a lot going on. A whole lot going on. When I get to the end of the pier here, I can slow down and read some chat, answer some questions if anyone has questions. But for now, I should probably watch where I'm going.
I hope there's some sea lions out here.
Well, I can smell that the seagulls are out here. Ooh. That's a little choppy.
A little choppy out here today.
It's a little choppy on the wharf.
I love this natural tremolo.
Woo, that's a bouncy wheel. Ooh, Marini's candy. Check out Marini's.
No vehicles. 6,000. That's us. Let's go.
Can we make it? I think we got this. We're not 6,000 pounds. We're not 6,000 pounds.
So normally you could go way farther out there and you can get a hot dog and have a beer.
Right?
You can't do that anymore.
Yeah, so there used to be a lot more going on out here at the end of the wharf. Now, it's just gone. 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 It's out. It'd be done.
Alright, I'm hearing the sea donkeys. They got a new spot now where people can't see them.
I can hear the sea lions. Oh yeah, they're down below now. They are down below. I'm gonna see if Justin will hang out with you guys for a minute while I go hit the restroom. Hey, do you mind chatting with people for a minute while I go pee? Cool. Oh yeah, there they are.
We got some sea life. Yeah, so when the tide's higher, those sea lions will beach themselves on those rafters across there. Tide goes out and then they're stuck up there. It's all nice and warm. Looks like those guys are taking a nap. Dirt. These guys crack me up.
Much better.
Dirt.
Well, thank you, Justin.
There's a swarm of them.
Wow, they really are. They're packed up there. I think they're waiting for some treats. Wow, that's wild, man. The whole thing's just
I haven't seen them swarm like that before.
gone. All right, let's see. Any questions we got going on here? Where's the bling for the helmet? Right, SMP?
Yeah,
I got to get that beanie.
Brooch helm.
I got to get the beanie slipped over the helmet for some rides.
The brooch helm.
Does it still smell like there? Not right here, but yeah, commonly the smell of weed is up.
Yeah, it smells like weed.
It smells like weed on Justin. My dog is interested in those sea lions, right? I bet.
Donkeys of the sea.
No brooches on your helmet. One wheeling we go. Cool. Well, I hope you guys are enjoying cruising around with us. There is the boardwalk.
Yeah, that's a good view.
Yeah.
So when the end of
The
this
wharf.
pier broke off,
And the boardwalk.
it washed right over there to the river mouth.
Right.
And that's where Pete went when he paid his tab and took off. They drove over to the river mouth and parked the truck and watched the end of the pier wash ashore.
Wash up on the Castle Beach.
Yeah.
Yeah, so when the wharf broke off right here, right there, it went out into the ocean, and then it washed around over onto that beach.
Right at the end of the boardwalk.
Right at the end of the boardwalk. Yeah. And there was a guy that rode it.
Yeah.
Rode it all the way to the beach. Yeah, one of the workers was stuck on the wreckage, and he rode that wreckage all the way to the beach. A couple of the guys got rescued by lifeguards. But yeah, that dude rode it out.
With a bobcat.
With a bobcat, that's right. Yeah, you could see him in the video. He's just like,
where am I supposed to go now?
What? Yeah.
He was working on it. He was trying to fix it.
What do I do now? Can we put it back on? A Santa Cruz, not just a classic location, but this is a family that's very prominent in Santa Cruz, the Stagnero family. Since 1937, wow. So here we go. Oh, I can flip the view around and get just the riding view too. Boom.
Yeah, that boardwalk is a great view.
Right? I'm gonna ride over to the... Oh, not riding there. Nope. Not gonna nudge that.
By the end of a parking space.
Not gonna nudge that. Well, let's just get a little elevated view of the boardwalk then. Some boardwalk action. All right. That's cool, but I'm also not watching where I'm going, so. Yeah. Justin found the spot to slip in. Slip on in. Oh, it's a packed path, but there we go. There's the boardwalk. Man, by the end of the day, you know what that beach is gonna look like? By the end of the day, that beach is gonna be packed.
It gets that way on the weekends.
It just gets that way, yeah. It's the weekend and it's spring break.
It's spring break? Wow.
Well, spring break varies from, yeah, place to place. So we get like a 3-week or month-long spring break influx.
Woo! Spring break! I guess that means we can go crazy.
Right? Woohoo!
Let's
Spring
go
break!
Drink too much and
Let's-
do irresponsible things.
Let's go.
Drink too much milkshakes.
Let's go watch Antiques Roadshow.
No, you know I'm doing that later.
That's about the height of my spring break activity right now.
I went shopping today and got some devil's hands.
You did. Justin got himself a nice devil's handiwork ball, which I don't even know how many layers that thing had. I could see
like
7, 5, 7, 4.
I could see 4. I didn't really examine it too closely because I didn't want to get trapped in that devil stuff.
Right. Didn't want to get
until later.
trapped in that devil's puzzle ball.
Yeah, and then I got those stained glass cups. It was like stained glass shot glasses.
Oh yeah, those are interesting. Yeah, he got some Plique Azure cups, which
I'd never seen those before.
I had not seen those before either. Very interesting. I have no idea what those are, how old they are, what the value is. They're pretty darn cool.
Yeah, very, very see-through.
Shots of green tea out of
Shot
those.
glasses.
Woohoo! If you want to see the terrain we're on right now,
Yeah.
you'd think that Wharf would be a little bit better paved, but
Except that
trying to pave a wood plank wharf, that just seems like a pretty
wharfs
tough.
around here don't do well.
No.
The past few years.
Well, they're in the ocean. Have you seen
Yeah.
what happens in that ocean during the winter?
I have. It
Holy
eats the wharfs.
moly! It eats wharfs. It does.
It ate the one by our house. It tried to eat the one in Capitola. It ate a bunch of this one.
The wharf eating ocean.
I guess we needed to feed it more stuff.
Apparently, we don't need to feed it. It's just gonna eat on its own.
Yeah.
It's feeding itself. Well, we still got people hanging out. How many people are here still? I can't read. I can't read it. I think it says 4. So thanks everybody for chilling.
Sure is a nice day out.
It is a beautiful day. That was kind of the tour. I don't know if you want to see the return trip or not. It's like the same thing, but in reverse. Yeah, but why not? We're rolling. This is good filming practice as well. I've kind of gotten to the point now where I can tell where the angle's at, so I don't have to look anymore.
So you can pay attention on not crashing?
Yeah, I can pay attention to the road, not crashing. And I did get some bling today. It's in the backpack. So yeah, the downtown antique show, antique fair. It's mostly dealers, so it's not like there's a whole bunch of deals to be found there, but there are some nice items. I bought a couple things. Man, I passed on one item that's been eating at me.
Come to this boardwalk at night when it's closed.
I'm still thinking about that bear pendant, darn it.
Yeah, that was a nice one.
It was a nice one, yeah. Darn, but yeah, at shows like that, the price point is such that you have to be very careful, because I don't want to overpay for something and then be stuck with it for a long period of time. Because that makes it difficult. Boardwalk. All right. I might roll the sidewalk.
Pacific Railroad.
Big trees, that's right. Big trees and Pacific Railroad.
It's crazy that they have skate stops on this railing, because people will skate on that if they don't.
Yeah. The irony is that this used to be the original Santa Cruz shop right here. Santa Cruz Skateboards. And right across the street, look what you got. You got rails that you can't skateboard on.
The 50th anniversary for Santa Cruz skateboards, they let them skate this. They put a different rail up.
Nice.
Let everybody skate it. It was crazy.
When did they change the name of the shop? Now it's Santa Cruz Surf Life? Because that used to just be the Santa Cruz shop. Did they sell out or something?
I don't know. Maybe HMS owns it. They're getting into surfing.
Oh yeah, could be. Could have been a NHS acquisition. It's getting a little crazier. It's getting a little bit crazier. All right, now we're traffic. Fun thing about One Wheels is you can navigate traffic lanes. You can navigate bike lanes. You can navigate sidewalks. And there we go, rolling into the bike lane. Oh, rolling up onto the sidewalk.
Oh, that's the railing they let them skate.
Oh, that's the skatable rail. One skatable rail here. Bike lanes. And we can continue as traffic, or we can go up onto the levee. $25 to park here. Holy moly. The other parking lot's $10. Unless they've changed it, the other parking lot's $10. This one's 25. Dang, I wonder if they jacked the prices up that much.
Let's go across the bridge.
Oh, we're gonna go hit the bridge. Take one more look at that Lost Boys cave from up above. Seabright, Capitola, Seacliff. It's a little ride along. So here we go. This is the train trestle. Lost Boys. There's the Lost Boys cave. Let me see if I can get zoomed in on that so you can actually see it. Yeah, there you go. There's the cave from the Lost Boys. Damn, NHS, right? Yeah, NHS is they're a strong corporate presence here in Santa Cruz. Yeah, I think a lot of people have mixed emotions when it comes to NHS. But like it or not, NHS is a reality of our culture here in Santa Cruz. Woo, woo. Okay, there is one cool spot we should go to. We should go to the overlook and look back at the boardwalk. There is one cool spot here to check out where you get a nice view. A nice view of the boardwalk. Oh, nice pup. Hey, pup. Look at that great dog. Happy dog. Happy dog. Happy one-wheeler. Woo, yeah. Well, I hope the sound's okay on this. I didn't plug in my professional mic. Just kind of going for it today. And yeah, let me know, for those of you who are here, let me know what you think. Do you like doing a little random ride along here? I know there's no jewelry involved right now. But you're getting a little bit of the flavor of my day. Here we go. Here we go. That's a good view of the boardwalk. Whoop. So there it is. Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk.
Go out to the end?
How many of you are there in the chain gang? Just two of us here today. What's that?
You want to go out to the end?
Oh, I don't know. I guess we could.
Up the fence?
Yeah. We've ridden out there and then jumped down and ridden the beach. Were you here for that?
No, it wasn't. Really? You jumped down?
Yeah, at the end you can climb down and then you can go over to.
Really sketchy. Let's check it out.
You can go over to Castle Beach. You guys want to go out to the end of the point here? Go check it out. What do we have? Holy moly, we got 13 people hanging out here. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. I hope you're enjoying this ride along. Thank you, sir. Documenting the climbing of the fence into the forbidden area.
Yeah, this is totally nuts.
Oh, it's a little. Whoa. I probably shouldn't look down. All right. Sage is staying right there, but.
Was that after the movie we did that?
Oh. Yeah. Let's see, that was. I don't remember which ride along that was. It was a group ride. So yeah, we're gonna go check out this little. The end of this. don't know if you can see how far down that is. But we're going down there. Yeah, so right here you can climb down.
These are prehistoric dinosaur footprints. You can tell how they're raised up because they've been eroded over centuries.
Ah, it's an iron dinosaur.
Looks like an orthopedic dinosaur foot.
So there it is, the boardwalk. What's up, Justin?
What up?
I think if you're cool with it, I'm gonna put a link to the Cruisapalooza in the description for this. Yeah.
Do it, please.
If you guys aren't aware, Justin is in a band. Their name is Heavy Blazer, and they're gonna be playing the Cruisapalooza. They're gonna be opening at Cruisapalooza on the 26th.
Yeah, 26th of April at the Catalyst Club.
April 26th at the Catalyst. So anyone who's around here, anyone who wants to come check that out, come get it. Should we buy our tickets ahead of time? Is that going to be a sold out deal?
It's on all 3 venues in the Catalyst. The whole place
Okay.
blowing up.
Yeah, so if anybody's interested in that, it's blowing up. Grab tickets. Grab tickets early. So yeah, check out Justin. When I repost this live, I'll put a link in the description to Justin's band, to the event. You can follow him on Spotify. I think if you type in !Heavy Blazer with no spaces in there, you should get a link that goes to their Spotify page. I believe that's the deal there. Beautiful day. Let's watch these waves come in. Yeah, so when the end of the wharf fell off, it floated. It floated from there all the way over to here and ended up on the beach. That was pretty crazy. Wow, it really is turning into a nice day.
Yeah, it is.
And then back here we have the Santa Cruz Harbor.
We got a boat leaving. A couple of boats, 3.
Got a boat leaving. Got the little lighthouse over there.
I sat there and watched in front of the Crow's Nest and watched this regatta from Moss Landing up to here one day. There was like 200 boats sailing. It was rad.
Nice. If you come down on Wednesdays, they have Wednesday night races.
Ah.
And so, I don't know if they actually race, but a whole bunch of sailboats come out of the harbor on Wednesday.
They have free music there on Wednesdays too, on the beach, I think.
Well, that makes sense. Yeah, it's kind of a good time to do that. So yeah, this is known as Castle Beach. It's a nice little pocket beach kind of stashed right in Santa Cruz.
Yeah, if you come out to the end of this little point at night, you can sit here and, drink a beverage and look at the boardwalk and the lights and listen to people scream.
Yep.
And the cops can't see you.
You can do that. Good to see the boardwalk in action.
He lived in this house on that road we just came down, and he would listen to kids scream all night long, every day in the summer.
Yeah.
And that's what he would go to sleep to. Like some people put on, white noise. To him, it was kids
screaming.
And kids screaming in terror and kids screaming
in joyful terror.
Joy. It sounds exactly the same.
Yeah, it's hard to tell the difference. I get that a lot with my son. I get that a lot with Gavin because he's in there gaming in his room, and I hear him screaming, and I'm like, "Oh, what's wrong?" And then I hear him, "Ha ha 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 ha!"
Did you make the kill or did you get killed?
Right? It's hard to tell. Fun and terror, they can they can sound the same sometimes. All right, here we go back on this little sketchy path. Ooh, thanks, guys. All right.
Oh, there's some more of our favorite flour.
30 pounds of dead weight. 30 pounds of awesomeness when it works. But it's like 30 pounds of, whoa, what the heck is that when it doesn't?
Those purple flowers where you live, but those things are the best.
Oh, yeah. You guys want to see the purple flowers that Justin and I are both really big fans of? Come on, one wheel. We got this. Yeah. Check these out.
That is as purple can get.
Man, the bees are loving these. Oh, look at the bumblebee.
Wow.
Big old purple arms. And these are just getting started. In another month, they're going to be like 3 feet. Some of them already are. But yeah, these are pretty.
Passion flowers. Come get a load of this over
These
here.
are pretty popular around here.
There's passion flowers growing in between these purple things.
Oh yeah. Some passion flower.
Weird flying saucer thing.
Some honeybees, some bumblebees. A little bit of everything out here, huh? Sweet. Yeah, look at those. What is that? I think that's a columbine. Is that a type of columbine?
Passion flowers?
Yeah. That climbing vine with that triple lobed.
I
think they come in.
Sure. I know those ones don't make fruit.
Any flower people out here got input on what these are? These are rad.
Yeah, if you don't have purple flowers like this where you live, you should get some.
Totally.
I had never seen these before I moved here to Santa Cruz.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're all over here.
Because they didn't have them anywhere else I lived.
And look at how big the group is. Like, wow. It's like a big old bush. Bush of purple flower goodness. Beep, beep, beep. You think I can make this? Oh, we got it. We got it, one wheel. Oh, I was tilted the wrong way there. I don't know if it was able to show any of that. Are they looping? They might be some kind of looping, yeah. One wheeling to the ER. Right, HQZ? HQZ says, some people like to go to the beach and scream and let out all emotions.
Yeah.
I'm there.
Totally.
I'm one of those people.
In terror.
Scream and tear. You gotta let out that emotion too. Definitely gotta release terror. All right, I'm having a good time, but I also need to get home and work. So I'm starting to feel the crunch there. Enjoying myself, but I'm also having my responsibilities creeping in on me.
I got a sandwich that's trying to creep in on me.
All right. Justin's got the responsibility of eating a sandwich.
I used to play drums for a guy who lived in that octagon house.
Oh, nice. Check out the little octagon house. Pretty cool. Pretty cool.
One of two historic octagon buildings in Santa Cruz. The other one is the Windmill House. Over that way, with a cafe in it.
Really? I did not know that. Oh, interesting. Interesting.
Yeah, he pretty much had a
He had the monopoly on odd-shaped buildings.
Yeah,
He was the octagon master.
Woo.
And this is supposed to be eventually a rail trail. Like this trestle.
I heard that. I know they don't want to tear it down. They can't like make it better.
Yeah, well, it seems to me it hasn't been that long since the train was running this, but maybe it's been 10 years.
2016, I think, they delivered a train to the Burning Camp Railroads and they had to bring it down that track.
Oh, interesting. Interesting. Oh, look, we got people playing in the river. And we got the log ride. Log ride at the boardwalk. Which I don't see that one running right now. When that one's running, there's water dripping all over the place. Water dripping all over the place and screams of terror.
No trespassing vampires. I think that's what that sign
No,
used to say.
no vampire trespassing. No vampire access. I think to cross that bridge, you have to be wearing a garlic necklace. It's one of the requirements. All right, there we go. That was the boardwalk experience. Now we're getting back on the bike path. Cruising the bike path. I hope the wind noise isn't too bad there. Going the other direction, I'm able to cup the microphone and block it, but I think this way it might be just getting a...
Remember one winter there was a storm here and the water was all the way up to the top of this bank where we're wheeling right now. It was pretty crazy. It almost went over that bridge up there.
Wow. Man, I could just, if this levee gave, imagine how much of the downtown would be flooded.
Downtown
Yikes.
below sea level, I think.
Yeah. It's right at sea level. Yeah, the whole flats. They call it the flats here by the
Beach
boardwalk.
flats.
The beach flats, yeah. That would be a big flood. That was definitely weed. There's the weed smell.
Hello, Santa Cruz.
Hello, big weed. Oh, the seagulls are just chilling today.
Must be low tide.
It does look pretty shallow. I was thinking, looking at the lane, that it was high tide, but it could just be there's no swell. Not sure there. Let's see, do we have any? I'm hungry, says SMP. The people that can't afford the beach play in the river. Right? Well, all they have to do is walk about 3 minutes and they're right at the ocean. But I bet that water that they're playing in is a lot nicer than the ocean. The ocean's about 55 degrees. So 55 degree water, it doesn't take too long before you get numb. It doesn't sound that cold, but because of the way water works, it'll sap your strength and sensation right out of you. So yeah, I don't blame them for playing a little bit warmer water.
Oh, I sure wish they hadn't voted out that memorandum against buildings taller than
Right.
floors in downtown, because
Yeah, so this is a whole new thing for us. I'm gonna switch the view here.
the whole time Santa Cruz has existed, they've had buildings shorter than 5 or 6 floors, I think.
Yep.
And people didn't vote that time, where there was a thing to get rid of that law. And so now we have giant skyscrapers going in. They cast a shadow over downtown like I'd never seen before. It's crazy.
They're turning downtown Santa Cruz into downtown San Jose, essentially. And if you look, this is a whole new, can I flip? Yeah. This is a whole new dynamic for us. You see all that construction in the background? Riding right here, you used to be able to see to the mountains in the background.
Yeah, you can see from the ocean all the way to the mountains.
You'd see from the ocean to the mountains. And now, on the bike path at the river, it's buildings. And they want this to look like Santana Row. They want to have apartments, like over there. They want to have apartments up on top and retail shops down on the bottom.
They try to play it like it's a house. Tell me that $2,000 for a studio is affordable.
Yeah, I think they just put in a set number of affordable units in there.
There's two.
And so then they can call it affordable housing, yeah. The developers, they worked all the loopholes they could to make this happen. And undoubtedly, there is a housing issue in our county. We do need more housing. So this is part of the compromise for that. Unfortunately, it's changing the culture, and it's a pretty darn sterile feeling relative to kind of the ocean vibe we're used to. So yeah, that architecture just doesn't feel Santa Cruz-y. It feels very much Santana Row, downtown San Jose. But that's also been a consistent theme since I've lived here, and since before that. The infiltration of Bay Area culture.
Or kooks, as we like to
Call them kooks, call them valleys. Yeah, look at this. This is all new. All new. It's just unbelievable. And I remember when they were proposing this, they made it sound like it was going to be one building. One building that's not even on this street, it's one block over. And that's not one building. And that's not anywhere near as nice as what they had conveyed. And so look at some of the old architecture here. You know, this was like the tallest building. These were the tallest buildings down here. Yeah, so it's a whole different vibe down here. And here we are, we're back at the antique fair. I'm just gonna ride by real fast and give everybody a little view. We still got people here? 14 people hanging, woo. Dang. Thanks for hanging out, 14 people.
Second Sunday of every month.
So yeah, downtown Santa Cruz, second Sunday of every month is the Santa Cruz Antiques Fair. Here you go.
There are some treasures in that fair. I got a couple.
Yeah, there are treasures here. I got a couple as well. Got a couple treasures. I'm gonna go in the backside here. It's getting a little bit crowded now. So this is what Justin and I shopped this morning. And it's starting to get a little packed.
Yeah, it's a good thing we got here at 8 in the morning.
Right? So that's it. That's the Santa Cruz Antiques Fair. This is they call it the Pacific Garden Mall. If you've been to downtown Santa Cruz, you're familiar with this. So there you go. That concludes the ride along with Justin and Doug at Raven's Chest. Thanks for joining in, everybody.
See you guys later.
Hope you have a great day.